This is KUGAN CASSIUS for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. We're in Las Vegas, head of Canelo Jacobs this Saturday night, live on Sky Sports and DAZN. Eddie Hearn and his yellow jumper.
Well, as Clarissa Shields just called me, Big Bird.
Big Bird.
We just finished an Instagram live with Clarissa Shields, which was hilarious. She's a character. She's a character.
And you're in some subtle colours as well, Devin
Haney.
Haney.
Oh, look at this. I'm glad he's wearing that. It makes me look normal.
I'm Barney and that's
he looks a little bit better.
Barney and Big Bird. There we go. There we go. Well, it was rumoured for a long time that you were kind of linked with joining up with Eddie. We actually spoke about a month ago, 6 weeks ago, after a reported meeting with Eddie. But were you taking time out to kind of just weigh up your options before you went with the man in the yellow jumper?
Yeah, I took some time, weighed out my options. You know, just had to talk it over with my team, and here we are.
Why was it the right decision for you to go with Eddie in the end?
Because we just both saw each other's vision. You know, I saw the vision of that Matchroom and DAZN had. You know, on the streaming platform and all that, and they saw my vision as, you know, still wanting to co-promote and work together. So it worked hand in hand.
Probably one of the worst kept secrets in boxing is Devin Haney. A lot of people have been talking about him for a while, but you've made no secret that you've wanted him for a while as well, Edward.
Yeah, and did you call me Edward?
Yeah,
I've
done.
Yeah, I mean, look, we want to break through and sign all the top young talent in the division. Devin's unique because he's already built, and that's why I think, you know, the whole thing about Devin Haney Promotions is important. I'm not really a big fan of fighters having their own promotional company because I think sometimes it's such hard work, it can detract away from the goal, which is to be the complete fighter and put all your energies into being a fighter. The good thing is that I think Bill, Devin's dad, and Devin have realised we've built ourselves. We haven't had any help, and that's the unique thing. Like, they haven't been aligned with a promoter. They've been aligned with a broadcaster, but they've never had the help really of the other promoters. They've kept it independent, and now they've got to a stage where they've been sensible enough and, you know, and had a clear mind to say, no, we want a partner, and that's what this is. This is a partnership. You know, it wasn't a case of coming in, and a lot of fighters now have got their own promotional company.
Promotion, they say
that, but you don't want to be doing, you know, you don't want to be putting seats out. Yeah. You don't want to be arranging sanctioning fees with governing, like flights, hotels, fights falling out at the last minute. That's not, like, as a fighter, what you want to do. So, and all these guys that have their promotional company, you know, whether it's Devin, whether it's Charlo's with Lions Only or whatever it is, or even Anthony Joshua, he hasn't got a promotional company, but he's still got AJ Boxing. It's important to give that brand the platform as well and the credibility when you're doing a co-promotion. So, you know, he's got a lot of fighters that he's working with, young fighters that he's working with. But the unique thing with Devin was all the young fighters that we're signing, we have to build them now over the next 2 or 3 years. Devin's self-built, so he's good to go. And whilst I would still like to see him just have 2 or 3 fights to, you know, keep growing the brand and keep improving as a fighter, he's built himself into a position in the rankings where he may have no choice but to jump in the big fights, which he wants to do anyway, you know. So I think he's in a great position. And, you know, when I met Bill, and literally we had a phone call, and I said, like, why don't you fly to Philadelphia? We met the first time there. And it was like, even seeing us pictured together, the internet just blew up, you know. And I think they have the vision to be trailblazers rather than followers. They're leaders, not followers, right? So people thinking about it, oh, you know, the bigger names, maybe fighters on another side of a street or with another broadcaster, they were the ones that went, yeah, we're going to do that. And now he's done it. Others are phoning him. Oh, well, what you gone with it? You gone with Matchroom and DAZN? Like, oh. And it's just, that's what he wants to be. He doesn't want to be a number with another 30 fighters where he might be on a pecking order. He's our number one young talent in America. And that's, you know, DAZN have made that investment, we've made that investment, and he's got an unbelievable future.
Why did you see it was the right thing to have your own promotional company? Where did you see the benefit of that before kind of linking up now with Eddie and Matchroom?
Well, when I first started out, you know, I was coming out of amateurs, you know, I had a good amateur career and all that, and I was getting offers, you know, they weren't really that big offers. It wasn't really what I...
They were big, not Devin Haney big.
Yeah, they were big. They weren't that Haney big. Exactly. And, you know, I felt like I was worth much more than the offers that I was receiving. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to if they're offering me this when I'm 0-0, imagine when I'm 5-0, when I'm 10-0. So the deals just...
You backed yourself.
The deals just kept getting bigger, and now it's big.
But you felt like you had to kind of link up with someone like Eddie and Matchroom to kind of progress your own
you know,
self and your own promotional company to the next level.
You know, it was good to get that machine behind me and, you know, take me to that next level.
That's an important thing, is the machine, the promotional machine. And I think when we met, like I think Bill was saying, and I think they want as well, and I don't mind being that mouthpiece, a mouthpiece. You know, someone to be having the megaphone and screaming Devin Haney's name day in, day out. You can't do that. We're doing that, and the machine is doing that when they're sleeping. You know, it's not just a case of walking around talking about Devin Haney. It's the business. No, it's the promotional tools. It's the broadcasters. It's all of those things. And that's what Devin has done himself. And now he's got the help of a big commercial organisation doing that for him. And I think he's excited because, you know, when you go down and watch him train, it's really quite a unique experience. Like I went yesterday, and no one really gets to see that. Like I know Fight Hype were there, but I mean, he's doing like, I don't know, 35, 40 minutes straight on the pads, no break, like body bags, 3 different pad. You should go down there and watch it while you're here, Coog. I mean, it's brilliant to watch. And the UK, you're looking like you haven't recorded it.
I'm good.
All right, you're like looking at your
I'm
camera.
just kidding. No, I'm good. I'm good.
I was thinking,
I'm
if
being
you
blinded
haven't
at the
pressed
moment.
record,
No,
imagine you have to do all that again.
I'm good.
Yeah, so you should go down and watch, because I know, and you know, a lot of our American fighters have so much love from UK fans, and Devin's going to be another one. Look at Anthony Sims Jr.
Yeah.
I'm already getting crazy love.
I bet you're going to get even after this interview, because I mean, I'm really popular, but he's not very popular. But you know, it's okay. Yeah. But they will love you. I mean, one day you will fight over there. But like even our younger guys coming through, like Anthony Sims Jr. He's like, I just want to fight in the UK. So we took him over there. Nikita Ababi boxed there last week. Raymond Ford boxes there next week. I'm taking him over for his second fight. He's having, but you know, the UK fight fans are so knowledgeable. They know a lot more about you than the American fight fans. They're crazy, you know, and you're going to end up fighting Brits as well in the division.
Yeah.
Devin, first impressions of Eddie Hearn when you first met him?
Oh, when I first met him, it was like, I was actually telling my friend this, like, I was like, damn, like Eddie's cool, like he's like, like he's regular, like he's not like I have to act like I'm somebody else or something. Like he's actually like somebody that you can talk to and just like be chill with. You know, it's not like just...
The first meeting I remember was in that boardroom in Philadelphia. So I went in, and like Devin's dad's Bill was a right cool guy, streetwise guy, knows exactly what he's doing, knows exactly what he wants. He's on the case with everything, you know. So he came in. It was me and Frank and Devin and Bill, and we were sitting across the table. And I'm like, then I just go into the full salesman mode. I'm like, Devin, we can do this. I've seen you. I know your future. The broadcasters. You're the next generation. Streaming service design. And they're like this. And I'm thinking, show me something. You know what I mean? Give me a smile. Be excited. And they're like, Devin's like, yeah. And then Bill went out of the room. I remember, Bill, your dad left the room. And then I'm just sitting there with you, and I'm like, so, like, and I didn't want to say too much because your dad weren't there either. It was like, you know, but it was. We went to the show. Philadelphia was a great show, and you know, we all got on well. You had your guy there.
Church.
He's got like this guy called Church who's crazy, and he's like, I don't know the way to say it. I mean, when we talk about mouthpiece and megaphone, he's like that guy, isn't he?
Like he's
like Campbell's in there. Campbell was fighting on the night, and during the fight, he was going, You're running scared of Devin Haney. There's an only one in the division. It's Devin Haney. You ain't got it, Campbell. Luke, you don't want this smoke. Like that. And I'm thinking, it's embarrassing because, like I said to you yesterday, having two fighters is always awkward. You know that, right? And one day they're going to end up fighting each other.
And Campbell ain't really that way.
No, Luke's quite a serious guy. So I'm like watching it going.
And Luke's coach going.
I know, yeah, I know. So I'm like trying to slide away from church, But, it's good fun. And I had that meeting. And literally, I came down the stairs to meet these guys. I said hello. We went to the room. Within 2 minutes, Dan Raphael tweeted about it. Remember?
Yeah.
So that's where I got it from.
Yeah,
That's
Devin
why I
Haney
asked
has
you,
flown to Philadelphia, and I think I know who that was, but not mentioning any names, Lou DiBella. He was in the bar at the time. And, but that sort of showed what this deal could bring. A lot of people talk about Devin Haney, all positive. A lot of people talk about me, some good, some bad. But it's a bit like that picture with Dana White yesterday. The hype is everything, right? Hype is, the sole proprietor of the art of promotion. So, me and Devin, the link up, the hype is already huge from that. And it's like I said, like yesterday, Dana White, we didn't really talk any business, but a photo tells a million stories, and people are just, wow, oh my God, Eddie and Dana in a link up. What's this? But that's, and the same with Devin. It's, people know that if Devin's linking up with us, it's going to be exciting. It's going to be really exciting. He's going to be active. He's going to be pushed hard. He's going to be given the opportunities. And that's all you can ask for as a fighter, to make sure that you get well paid, well respected, but most importantly, you get the opportunities. Because then it's over to you. And as an athlete, as long as nothing more could have been done, and I know he works harder than anyone can work, right? So at the end of his career, he has the mindset and the work ethic to say, I couldn't have done any more. I had a promotional team that gave me every opportunity to achieve greatness. I couldn't have put an extra... like when we went to the gym, was it yesterday, wasn't it? I saw you in the gym. He's like working for hours on the bag. So I come home, and then you drop us back, and then I did a bit of work in here, and I'm like laying in bed thinking, should I have a Snickers or a Kit Kat? I'm not sure. Got on my Instagram, he's doing his, like you went again last night. I mean, this is an independent guy who lives on his own with his pal in Vegas on a strip.
Yeah.
Right? He's 20 years old. The dedication is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Because I would never let a fighter live here on the strip. Because most of them are crazy. But the dedication that he has, he's so driven. And it's not even like the temptation for him, it's not even temptation. It don't even come into the mind. It's not, should I pop out tonight? Should I have a drink? Should I go to it? Don't even come into it. What I've seen from him at the moment is nothing gets in the way. Nothing gets in the way. And that's so refreshing working with someone like that, because for all the work we're going to put in, we know he's going to do the same.
So, I don't know how much about Eddie Hearn. Obviously, this is a promoter here.
Well, it's a bit late now.
No, I know. But this is a promoter that got booed once by 90,000 people at Wembley.
Not once, every week.
I know, but Wembley's the great one, wasn't it? 90,000 people
after Klitschko,
at Wembley. I mean, could you see why 90,000 people would boo a man?
No.
This happened. Yeah, this happened.
And it was one of the greatest fights they've ever seen. And
why did they boo you?
I don't know. It's like, I'd like to think that I'm sort of like the Vince McMahon of boxing. So I charge people the money, right? So, and now it started off like one night someone booed, and then everybody else booed. And now after every show, I get on the mic and it's like a thing, where it's like, boo! And I'm trying to style it out and pretend it's fine, it's okay. Yeah. And I'm thinking, I'm doing the interview, I'm thinking, fuck. But that night...
So this happens every time.
Yeah, but it started with one of the greatest nights in British boxing history with Joshua Klitschko, right? That fight. And I got in the ring, and they're like, Eddie, what have you got to say? I've got to say, that was boo! And I'm thinking, I'm looking round, going like, as Klitschko put his hands like, I don't know, is someone having a fight in the crowd? Yeah. And he's like, it's me, So
now it's a thing.
It's a thing in England, but
it hasn't started in America.
Americans up. No, they love me. Right, like last week, this is what it was like when I started in the UK. The UK's got this really weird mentality, right? When you're starting out and you're trying to get to the top, they love you. Yeah. When you're at the top, they've got no interest, right? Frank Bruno, probably don't remember.
The US is the opposite.
I know it is. That's why I love it, because they're They actually, when you're trying to break the system, they're a bit hands off.
Yeah.
But when you crack it, they're like, yeah, baby, you know. And like now in the UK, like there was a boxer called Frank Bruno, right?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, well, he's a heavyweight. He was one of the most popular fighters in the world. He couldn't win a world title, right? But he was like our Frank, you know, British Frank. And he was so popular. Then he won a world title. And everyone was like, oh. It was almost like, oh, Frank's won a world
People
title.
love a loser.
Yeah, I do. You know,
They
it's a
love
weird
a loser.
mentality. I know.
How do you think people kind of are seeing Eddie's kind of insertion into US boxing over the last sort of 8 months?
I mean, I've been getting like crazy feedback. Like everybody is like,
You're not talking to the right people then.
Everyone's saying, oh, good. That was a good move. Everyone's saying that. I haven't heard anything bad for the most part. So.
I think it's more like you got people in the business, promoters or advisors and broadcasters who don't want us to get on, will fill fighters' minds.
Oh yeah, with the promoters
with other stuff. Like they've probably said to him before. Yeah.
That's who I really meant, to be
yeah.
honest.
No, they don't
did you have people? I'm not going to ask you to name names, but did you have people kind of saying negative things about?
Of course, yeah.
Don't sign with him.
But that's one of the hardest things we're facing.
Everyone wanted me, so of course they're gonna say, "Oh, Eddie Hearn." Hell no.
You know what? Hell no. But I know that's what's happening, right? And that's been the hardest thing for us in the market, is that all I want to do is get in front of fighters like I got in front of you and just talk, see our vision, understand our business, and I believe that you will believe in us and vice versa. But a lot of the time we don't get that far because no, Eddie, no way, the zone, what? No, he's a liar, he's this, he's that. And that's really hard, really frustrating. But that's why this signing was important, because it feels like we've kind of broken down that barrier now with big young American fighters. Where
a lot of like up and comers, like young fighters, prospects, been like hitting me up, like saying like, "Can you put me on? Can you put me on? Can you put me on?" So.
He's my new.
Is that why you got him in? Really?
I said to Devin and even Bill as well. Like, we're an ambassador of Devin Haney and vice versa. So we want to do such a great job for Devin that he's going to these guys. Word of mouth to fighters is everything, right? That's why I always say to fighters: speak to Danny Jacobs, speak to Tevin Farmer, speak to Demetrius, speak to Maurice Hooker, because they're the ones. There's nothing like being told by a fighter, by a colleague of the sport, that these are good people. And that's what we want from Devin. We want the young fighters to say to Devin, what is it? God, like people telling me like it's Eddie Hearn, like you can't go near him. No, trust me, like he's done everything he said he was going to do and more. He's paid me well, he's given me the opportunities. I can't. Same with Danny Jacobs. That's what I say to all fighters, speak to Danny. You know? But it's just, we just got to keep knocking down the doors. And this was a big moment for us, a big signing.
Because over the last sort of 7-8 months, quite prominent figures in US boxing have had something negative to say about you. From
you talk about promoters, because they smell fear, you know, or I smell fear. You know, I talked to my dad about it a lot, and Bob Arum was one of them. Like, and the mad thing, actually, speaking to Dana White yesterday, we were talking about that negativity. And I'm not a big fan of negativity. I'd rather wish everyone well. I hope everyone does well. I hope everyone's happy. I hope they live a great life, because at the moment, it doesn't really matter. You've always got to look after number one. But I'm a big believer that if you wish happiness on others, you'll receive it back. I truly believe that. And I think if you breed negativity, one, it gives you a horrible life and a really bitter life and an unhappy life. And it's no good for the soul. And that's why I say people like, you know, and I'm not going to mention any names on here, but, you know, Bob Arum, Stephen Espinosa, you know, all these people. Shelley Finkel, you know, all these people, but
Leonard
Ellaby, you know, but these.
Richard Schaefer.
Yeah.
Shelley Finkel.
Who said that one?
Every time he says he's not going to mention no name.
Yeah, exactly. But it is frustrating. But I can't, you know, I talked to my old man about it a lot, and he's saying, look, mate, take it as a massive compliment. He said, because I never went into America to try and do what you're doing. And why would they? Why would you imagine that? You know, we've got our business in the UK. You imagine some like young guy, sort of outspoken, a lot of energy, non-stop work, came over to the UK and started saying, right, I'm going to start running boxing in the UK. So I've got this big deal. You've all got to come with me. Let's go. I'd think, fucking this guy. And I'd probably be saying the same. As much as I'd want to probably say, good luck to you, mate, I'd really be thinking, what the fuck is going on
if
here?
a version of you came over from the US to the UK, you'd think, what a prick,
no,
wouldn't you? You would.
Probably, yeah. Probably, yeah. I would try, but I would, again, even when Heyman's trying to come into the UK, I don't think, oh no, you'll never make it. Good luck to you. More money coming into the industry, the better. That's really what people like, and that's what I said in my comments the other day about Leonard Ellaby. Leonard has started liking tweets that are criticising me online. I said, don't be a hater, because you're one of the guys that is supposed to respect and admire the hustle, and that's what I like about Leonard, is that he's that guy. Go on, if you work hard, Leonard appreciates it. I don't think anyone works harder than me, but we'll see. So it's just, I don't know. It's been tough, but like I said, this was a big breakthrough for us, because word of mouth is everything, and now we're going to do the best job for Devin. We're going to get behind him, but he's still got to win, and there's going to come times soon when he's going to have tough fights, and he's only 20 years old. 20. We're signing kids, Ofer Jones, Raymond Ford, Amo Williams. They're 18, 19. They're making their pro debut. That's really young. At 20, he's still a baby, really, but he's had 20 fights. He's ranked number 3 in the WBC. He's potentially about to fight for the world title. So it's come so quick. But for me, there's no rush. But as always in a fighter's career, I don't tell a fighter who to fight, or you've got to do this, or you've got to fight him. I'll go to him and say, right, this is the situation. We're here with the WBC. You can do this. He's fighting May the 25th. We know that. Could be fighting Luke Campbell in July, or who knows what's going to happen. But it's up to him and his team. He's got, and I knew that he trained with Mike McCallum on the pads, but I didn't know he was actually as close to you as he was. Great trainer in Mike McCallum. One of the great fighters of all time. And he's got it perfect. He's got everything now in his life is absolutely perfect. It's now all down to him. But that's such a great thing to know as an athlete. It's all on me, So nothing can get in his way. If he's good enough, it's there.
May 25th, that's not to do with you then? Were you fighting on that show anyway?
No, May 25th, the Usyk.
Usyk card?
Yeah.
Oh, is that what you're fighting on?
Yeah, get with it.
All right. Did you announce that he was fighting on the Usyk card?
Yeah.
Sorry, I must have been a little bit.
No, we're obviously
behind.
not doing a good enough job,
If I don't know about it, it's like it doesn't
so
happen.
Maryland, and then he'll come down to the Joshua fight the week after. But a lot of this, we wait on the WBC ruling, which is imminent. Obviously we know Luke Campbell is got it. He's mandatory challenger, and it's who they decide has to fight him. And
so if it's not Devin,
in the case of the rules, it should be very simple. It goes down the list. So it's Luke Campbell, Abdullayev, who is currently observing Ramadan, Devin Haney, Teofimo Lopez. So Abdullayev is not available, so that goes to Devin Haney, and that's the fight we'll be trying to make. July 27 is the date we've got penciled in for that fight. We're, as a team, Luke's up for that fight.
Where potentially have you discussed
be in the
that
States.
Fight? Could it be here?
Possibly. I think we've got somewhere on the East Coast planned, or even Texas. But again, it's hard because we've got Luke, we've got Devin, and it's like
Hull.
It won't be in Hull. It's too much money to take. Hull? Hull's where Luke's from. Don't worry. Yeah.
What, Hull?
Hull.
That's where Luke's from.
Yeah, Hull.
Eddie was the first person to promote an outdoor event there.
For his professional debut, I did an outdoor event in the stadium. It was good. So he was Olympic gold medalist. He's a big star.
He sold it out there.
Yeah. He's a big star.
Ain't that in what? 15,
No, less than
16,000?
about 10,000 for his debut.
Okay.
Yeah. But in a 4-rounder.
In a 4-rounder.
Yeah. But Luke is a brilliant fighter, Olympic gold medalist, and Devin knows. I've got to say as well, a lot of people in the industry out here talk very highly of Luke Campbell. They were saying it today. They think that him against Devin is a great fight. They think Luke has got a chance against Lomachenko. Style-wise, obviously they grew up in the amateurs together. Styles make fights. But Luke is saying, and I think Devin has the same mindset, we don't want to fight Lomachenko for the vacant belt. We want that to be an undisputed fight. So why fight him for X when you can fight him for 5X? If you back yourself, and he thinks he beats Luke Campbell.
But if it came down to it, I will fight.
He will take that fight. I will fight
Lomachenko. I will fight Luke Campbell. I will fight.
Well, you against Teofimo Lopez is a big fight.
Massive fight.
Yeah, you against
maybe not yet.
You against Ryan Garcia is a big fight. as well. And you against Luke Campbell is a big fight as well.
How much of Campbell have you seen over the years?
Well, I actually saw his last fight before.
Oh, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, I was at his last fight. Before, recently, I really didn't know too much about Luke Campbell. I watched his fight with Linares a little bit. He has skills, and like I said in the interview yesterday, you don't become an Olympic gold medalist just being ordinary or not knowing how to fight. He definitely knows how to fight, and I think with me and him, I think it'll be a good fight.
When will you get that ruling from the WBC?
I think next week. Maurizio's here this week. We're putting pressure on all the time. We've written to him and said Abdullayev is not available. He can fight the winner. But Campbell against Haney can go July 27, and it's a brilliant fight. And like I said, Luke thinks he wins, Devin thinks he wins. So our job is to say, guys, here's a great opportunity for you. Good luck. May the best man win.
Okay, but you've got a job to do on May the 25th in Maryland first, and then you can think about that after.
Yeah. But you should go down the gym. Well, not in general. But to watch Devin.
Do you want to go there?
No, well, if you want.
What are you weighing at the moment?
I'm good.
What are you weighing, bruv?
246 pounds.
And that is in stone what?
17 stone.
You weigh 246
Yeah.
pounds? Damn.
Yeah.
He's 6'6".
Muscle weighs a lot, Devin.
Yeah.
But seriously, you go down there. I'm fascinated.
How much does Joshua weigh?
He weighs about the same. Yeah, he does about the same.
Yeah,
similar physique.
exactly the same.
My waist's a little bit bigger than
Similar
his, but
physique.
he's got a 32-inch waist. Mine's a bit bigger. But you should go
I'll
down there
come
because
down there.
I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated by how did you? I'm being the interviewer here.
Go on.
But how did you end up here? So you're from Oakland, right?
Yeah.
California, San
San
Francisco.
Fran,
yeah.
yeah.
I was born in San Francisco, raised in Oakland. We just came to Vegas for a better life, because
How old were you when you come in?
7.
Right. Okay.
But we always been back and forth, because my mom still lives in San Francisco, so I've always been back and forth. But where I came up, it wasn't nothing there. It was just
Rough in
it
Oakland,
was
isn't it?
rough.
Yeah,
It was
yeah.
rough. So came to Vegas for a better life. But me coming from Oakland, coming from the Bay Area, I came to Vegas, and it was nice here. It was we moved to a nice community and all that. So I brought that street stuff to Vegas. So that's how my dad took me to the gym. He took me to the gym because he wanted me to get beat up. He wanted to show me that that I wasn't the best fighter, and I felt like I was. And basically, here I am. I just stuck with it.
Did you turn pro at 17?
17, yeah. I actually was gonna turn pro at 16, but I just waited for a little bit longer, and then I turned pro at 17.
Andre Ward, undoubtedly one of your kind of people you watched growing up.
Yeah.
Being from the same.
Andre Ward. I watched a lot of Roy. Roy used to train me, so I watched a lot of Roy Mayweather. He always been a mentor to me. Always helped me out. So.
Did you go down with the Mayweather gym? You spent a lot of time in there.
Yeah.
Sparring.
Yeah, a lot of.
The doghouse.
Doghouse.
Yeah, I got a lot of work in the doghouse. I sparred Floyd in the doghouse. Tank. Many different champions.
Eddie wants to do a day at the doghouse.
Can you imagine they'd beat the fuck out of me? They'd be like, get Hearn in here. Oh, bang.
Ellaby will get in there.
Ellaby. I'd spar Ellaby.
Would you?
I'd spar Ellaby. It'd have to be pay-per-view though.
I think that would do some frighteningly big buys. Okay, Devin, you've got a press conference with Devin this week.
Yeah,
haven't
Thursday.
you? Okay.
1 o'clock at the MGM. So we're going to officially unveil him to the media
Yeah.
and get things going.
Okay. Appreciate your time,
Yes, sir.
Devin, and looking forward to your journey starting in Maryland and Fitzcampbell on the 27th of July.
Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah,
Your
Devin,
Instagram's big. Your Twitter's not so big. We need to. up the
What you
Twitter.
got? What's your
My dad
Insta?
always gets on me about that. You need to tweet more. You need to tweet more. But
Real Devin Haney.
Real Devin Haney Instagram, Real Devin Haney Twitter.
What numbers you busting, Devin?
Solid on Instagram. A couple
I got
100,000.
got 300,000, 320,000
And then
on Instagram.
Twitter's small.
And I got 10,000 on
Yeah, we got her up
on
there.
Twitter. But
Let's start a
I need-
campaign.
I need to start.
Let's
Twitter.
see how big you are, right? So let's get the campaign going. Realistically, let's try and add 5,000 Twitter followers. That's 50% increase on your Twitter account.
How long? Before
You're going to put this out tonight?
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
UK time, so it's like
Right,
Wednesday.
so I think literally, but this interview is going to do 100,000, 80,000 like views, something like that, somewhere around there.
Somewhere around there.
Okay, so really,
Because there's another interview going out with you.
yeah, okay.
Don't forget.
So the situation is 80,000 people watching right now. Just 5,000 of you, right?
Follow.
Have got to follow Real Devin Haney, Twitter, Instagram as well. But we're going to see more of an effect. So what we're doing now is we're really checking out the promotional power of IFL. Okay.
Pressure this is.
Yeah. So we want to see. Let's just check your Twitter followers. Just get this exact number because this is actually quite interesting. It's sad, but it's interesting because I find this really interesting. So, okay, we've got to get you verified on there as well. Okay, 11.5, right? So that we'll keep it at 15. So we've got to do 3,500. We've got to break 15,000 followers for Devin Haney by this time tomorrow night. So UK's got a whole day, right? So if you're watching this and you have a Twitter account, please follow Real Devin Haney to just test the promotional power of IFL.
And Eddie will pick out a winner.
Yeah, if you follow, right, what we're going to do is...
Go on, what are you going to give?
So Devin's going to pick the winner from the new followers. We're going to fly you and your friend out to Vegas for ringside tickets for the... No, I'm not really joking. Devin's like... Devin's going,
I'm going to enter myself.
this guy's a player. Right. No, we're gonna.
I'll tell you what, can I suggest something?
Go on.
You're not going to like it.
Go on.
July 20th? Come on, a
Well, it's
little...
Dylan White owns. Yeah, okay. We're going to give you 2 tickets to the O2. I'll have to pay for them because Dylan will want me
That's
to
a
pay
big
for
show.
them. Dillian White against Oscar Rivas, who just knocked out Bryant Jennings.
Yeah.
David Allen against David Price. So if you follow Devin Haney,
We're going to do this on camera
Yeah.
as well. Okay.
all the new followers that follow him,
From the UK.
he's going to pick one at his press conference, and you're going to win 2 tickets for July 20.
Let's get it.
Deal.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
That's a good price.
Yeah.
Devin, thank you very much. Edward, thank you very much.
No
And yeah, we'll look forward to your press conference on Thursday here in Las Vegas.
Cheers.
Thank you.